Today we're going to have a look at my PS3 collection, and first up is Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Absolutely loved this game, played through it a couple of times, so much so that when Uncharted 2 came out, didn't hesitate to buy it. Absolutely loved it. It was an improvement on Uncharted 3, there's no question. Uncharted 3 come out, I couldn't wait to get it. Uncharted 3 wasn't as good as Uncharted 2 in my book, but it was still an excellent game. Absolutely loved them. Loved them so much that slight deviation from PS3, I ended up actually getting a PS Vita almost entirely for Uncharted Golden Abyss. Smaller game on the handheld, but really enjoyed this too. That's how much I liked the Uncharted series. Was enough to jump out and get another console just to play the game. Now, I haven't gone out and got Uncharted 4 because I've not seen enough reason to spend that much on a PS4 or even get a PS5, which, yeah, still aren't great. So that sort of ended my Uncharted hike for the moment. Or I wouldn't say ended it, I'd say paused it, because absolutely I intend to get Uncharted 4 and a suitable console to play it at some point. In the meantime, Tomb Raider Underworld. Don't want to be sexist. Lara Croft is just as good as Nathan Drake any day. Really enjoy them both. Similar sorts of play styles, but to me, Uncharted beats Tomb Raider hands down. We have Tom Clancy's Hawk X2, Resistance Fall of Man. You'll notice I've got a couple of Platinum Edition games. Not too fussed about the fact that they're just Platinum Edition. That doesn't bother me too much at all. We then have Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, it's a great game. A lot of people have talked about it quite a bit on YouTube and other media sources. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a big game. We then have Puppeteer. I haven't actually got around to playing this one, but it popped up on my radar quite cheap. I've had a lot of people say it's worthwhile, and I understand it's one that's going up in price constantly as well, so I grabbed it while I could. This one still sealed. I'm sure I'll unseal it at some point and pull it out and play it, but just haven't got around to it. Originally I had digital copy of the whole reason why I bought this one, the orange box, and as you can see from right there in the middle, Portal. I had Portal digitally. I still have it digitally on the console. In fact, I have it on the Xbox 360 digitally. And it was one of those games that I would have loved to have got a hard copy of, and then I found out that the orange box had Portal on it, along with Half-Life 2, a Team Fortress. So went out and got the orange box because of that. Of course, Portal 2 was available. I'd love to get Portal and Portal 2, the Portal Companion Collection, on the Switch, but I have not been able to find anything other than an empty case. Not been able to find the game at all. So that one will stay on my desired list, I think. Operation Flashpoint, Dragon Rising, and Red River. Standard fighting games, shoot 'em ups. A lot of fun. Really enjoy those. This one I played the absolute heck out of. This one I adored. Motorstorm Pacific Rift. It's a lot of short races, build up over time, and you are forced as you play through to drive different vehicles so that you don't get completely comfortable with one vehicle. It goes from motorbikes to four-wheelers to trucks, cars, and big rigs as well. this one, absolutely love it. Cannot recommend it enough. If you're a car racing nut, this one is absolutely awesome. Shadows of Mortar. Have really enjoyed this one, and I haven't finished it yet, still working through it. Playing, usual thing, every corner. Really enjoying it though. That one's a lot of fun. Here's another sealed one, Metal Gear Solid, the Legacy Collection. Specifically with this one, it has all the Metal Gear Solids up to that point. So, yeah, this was a must-have one in my book, and yeah, still sealed because I do have Metal Gear Solid, a few different versions on different consoles, but didn't have it on the PS3, and I thought, yeah, that's it. That one I have to have. Little Big Planet. Played quite a bit of this, but I've never played it through, and it seemed to get a little bit samey for me, and I put it aside. And I wasn't really into the creating worlds. It was more about the gameplay. I got this one early on in the piece of getting a PlayStation 3, and don't get me wrong, did enjoy it. It is a lot of fun to play, but I had other games that took my attention pretty soon after that. Another Rockstar game, LA Noire, another great game. Well worth having a look and playing that one. We have some more fighting games, Killzone 3, Just Cause 2. Another series that really grabbed me, and I played the heck out of both of these, and they didn't necessarily get great talk up ratings. I don't understand why, because I absolutely adored these games. I thought they were fantastic, and that's Infamous, and of course Infamous 2. Infamous 2 I didn't think was as good as Infamous. I preferred Infamous, but still a great game in its own right. To me, highly recommend getting them. They're a fantastic game. We have Square Enix game Hitman, and ironically, I didn't pre-order this, but I was in a opportunity shop one day and came across this one in the throw-out basket for a couple of bucks, and it's the Hitman Super Sniper Challenge, which was only available on pre-order of Hitman Absolution. So this one, ironically, is sealed, and that was a couple of bucks in the op shop. So yeah, it's the pre-order that you got with Hitman Absolution. So yeah, now I have them both. Heavy Rain. This is well worth it. Now this one does have the origami that's on the front cover. It does have it tucked away in with the manual, and that's actually a map tied up in origami. I've never unfolded it, but it's one that I don't see a lot still in the packs with other copies that I've seen. So to get that, I was rapt. And yeah, Heavy Rain. That's a good game. I enjoyed it. Here's one that I played it through, but to be perfectly honest, sort of, I wouldn't have missed it if I didn't buy it. I don't hear people talk about it much. I don't think it got great ratings, and it's basically it's your standard sort of fighting game going through the areas, but it's got this weird mechanic of injecting yourself every now and then, so that it's sort of puts you into a warrior stage, and you have extra sensory when you injected yourself. Didn't realise that was part of the game. Not really my cup of tea. So yeah, I played it through, but it was a bit weird, that one, in my book. This one though, played the heck out of it, loved every second of it. Gran Turismo 5. In fact, I've played it through as far as I can with hand controls. To go any further, realistically, need steering wheel and pedal setup, because it just gets that fast and that close that without a full steering wheel setup, it is just impossible to play the cars that you end up driving in this with the F1 type stuff and beyond. It's just so pinpoint accurate that you need to be to do it with a joystick. Becomes really hard. But absolutely adored the early stages of the game, and as it went through into the later stages and moves into the more modern era, absolutely loved it. So much so that I went out and bought this one. And this one I did not play very much. Gran Turismo 6 to me was kind of like a continuation of Gran Turismo 5, but you'd already had all the fun in Gran Turismo 5, and Gran Turismo 6 was just doing exactly the same thing again, but with slightly better graphics and a few new cars and a couple of new tracks, and it wasn't different enough to warrant a whole new release. To be perfectly honest, they would have been better off doing a patch pack for Gran Turismo 5 rather than releasing 6. I think that hurt them, and it was that sort of moved me over to Forza. I don't think there's anyone in the world that doesn't know about Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5. Have both those. In fact, I haven't really played much of them, but I picked them up in a bundle, and yeah, Red Dead Redemption I prefer much better to those. All right, this one you would have seen in my Xbox 360 collection, Fallout New Vegas. The difference is this is the Ultimate Edition, so it's got a whole lot of DLC included. I also have Fallout 3, which is the Game of the Year edition. Once again, a heap of download content included on the disc. Great to try and get those sorts, because when shops eventually close and they delist the downloads, it's great to have them on the disc. Okay, Oblivion, absolutely ripper of a game. This one I still go back and play today. I absolutely love Oblivion, love the style of it. I think it was one of their better games, and I really enjoy it. Along with Oblivion, of course, we've got Skyrim. Now, Skyrim, yeah, what can I say? It's fantastic. There's no one that doesn't love Skyrim. Oblivion, I would say, don't discount it though. Still have a look at Oblivion and play Oblivion. It was a precursor to Skyrim, and Skyrim's built on that, and yeah, it's a great game as well. In fact, Skyrim I like so much, I've got it on the Xbox, I've got it on the PS3, and I've also got it on the Switch. It is that good of a game in my book. Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Yeah, I think I might have that on the Xbox 360 as well. I've got it somewhere doubled up. That's it. That's a great game. Love it. We have Demon Souls. That's the first of a series, as far as I understand it. I haven't got around to playing that one yet. Picked it up more recently. But we have Dark Souls Limited Edition. We also have Dark Souls 2, the Black Armor Edition. Now the Black Armor Edition is it's a beautiful steelbook. And inside you've got the manual in there, and there's the soundtrack in there as well. But try and get this all on the screen. That's the whole steelbook folded out flat, and it's just fantastic imagery. I really love that steelbook. I'm a bit of a fan of the steelbooks, and I just think the artwork on them, when they do them right, they are beautiful. So that one is still in its slip cover to protect it. Dark Void. I haven't got around to playing this one. I picked it up really cheap, and I've heard mixed reviews on it. Some people hate it, some people love it. So I thought I better give it a go. It's you know, as far as I understand it, it's a fighting game, but jetpacks and mechs, and apparently there's the start of the game is not great, and if you can get through that, the rest of it really picks up and becomes a really enjoyable game. And I think a lot of people quit because of the start. So that's one I want to give a go and see what I think of it personally, because I don't always agree with the reviewers on their opinion, and I'm sure most of you feel the same. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, Borderlands, you can't go past Borderlands. It's a great shooter. We then have Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, the limited edition. Azura's Wrath, haven't got around to playing it, but I've heard that it's a good game, so I picked that up. Batman Arkham City, this has got the bonus content, includes the final chapter of Harlequin Revenger. This was a Game of the Year edition, so couldn't help but pick that one up when I saw it. Assassin's Creed 3, it's a special edition, exclusive PS3 edition. I have been playing this for ages and I still haven't finished it. Assassin's Creed, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Assassin's Creed, as far as a stealth game is concerned, it's a great series. It's a lot of fun to play, doing the missions and getting through stage by stage. And last but not least, I haven't played this one, but I saw it. It was in a pawnbroker's and they had no idea what they had, and it was 3D Game Heroes. So that one I picked up, snapped it up as soon as I saw it, and is one that I'll get around to playing at some point. I've heard a lot of good reports on this, but I also understand that the price has gone up quite a bit on it, and it was that, the combination of hearing some good things about it and the price going up when I saw it, I just snapped it up, and it's one that I will get around to playing. It's on my backlog. So that's it from a PS3. Not a huge collection, but the collection has given me a whole lot of enjoyment over the years. And to be perfectly honest, between Oblivion and Gran Turismo 5, they've been the two that have really carried me through a lot of the gameplay. And of course, what I mentioned right at the start with the Drake Uncharted series. That series has just, I was enthralled with it, really enjoyed it, and have gone back to it a couple of times and played through them a couple of times. I've enjoyed that series so much. So, whatever your reason, whether you're player or collector, enjoy hunting.